Welcome to Francis Collins School.
Okay, we are now in our last semester, en nuestro último bimestre, unit number 7. The value of this month is the perseverance. Yes, the phrase is never, never, never give up. And the confession of faith is they are life for those who find them, and the healing for the entire body. Okay, the Proverbs chapter 4 and the verse 22. Okay, we're going to talk about the verb used to. Okay, we are going to continue talking about the past. And in this case about the verb used to. Let's remember and let's copy this in our notebook, okay? Vamos a copiar esto en nuestro cuaderno en el caso de noveno y undécimo. Décimo ya lo tiene, no se preocupen, si ya lo tienen, yo no lo voy a copiar obviamente de nuevo, ¿ok? Clear. Esto es para, tienen que copiar esto en su cuadernito, ¿ok? Los de noveno y undécimo. Used to. When do we use used to? We use used to describe something that we did in the past but don't do now. Something that we did in the past, okay? And at the moment, right now, you don't do it. How do we structure used to in an affirmative sentence, okay? This is the structure for an affirmative sentence, okay? Let's see. First, we have the subject, the plus used to, and the verb. Okay, this is in past, está en pasado, okay? Let's see some examples, okay? I used to play tennis, okay? I used to play tennis. Number 2, dice, I used to have a car, but now I have a scooter. I used to have a car. I used to. Now I don't have a car, okay? Let's see the next example. They say, James used to be a fireman. Now he is a policeman. James used to be a fireman, but now he's a policeman. Yes? This is the affirmative structure of used to. Yes? Now, how do we structure used to in a negative form? We have the subject, we have the auxiliary didn't, it used to, and the verb. Remember, when we use the auxiliary, that verb doesn't change. You don't add anything. You don't add anything. Okay, no agregas nada. Ya que estamos utilizando el auxiliar. Yes. Example. They didn't used to study. Let's see the other example. Ben didn't used to have a girlfriend. Now he does. And he's in love. Ben didn't used to have a girlfriend, okay? Now he does and he's in love, okay? Let's see another example. Look at humans didn't used to live in houses. Didn't used to live in houses. Okay, but now they do. Okay, something that humans used to do, but now there is another thing. Yes. Let's go now to the questions. Okay, how do we structure used to in an interrogative sentence? This is the structure, please. Yes. We start with did, the auxiliary, okay? Did plus subject plus used to and the verb. The example, did she used to be vegan? Okay. Did she used to be vegan? Yeah. Okay, this is the question, yes. Now, recuerden, esto tiene que copiarlo en el cuadernito los chicos de undécimo y noveno, ok. Los demás ya lo copiaron, los de décimo. Now let's go to our books, okay? And we are going to practice this. Let's see. This is our book, yes, and we have here the way it used to be. Okay, let's continue with the next page in our books. Yep, okay. let's see. The way it used to be. Here. Okay. It says vocabulary, match the pictures with the words. Then listen and check your answers. Okay, let's see. We have a highway. We have a railroad. We have luggage, yes, passengers. We have goods and cars. Which is the correct picture and the name and their name? Number one. What is number one? Letter C. Luggage, yes, all your luggage, yes. Number two, what is number two? Number two, yep, I think number two, okay, number two is what letter is? I think is letter A, highway, yes. And letter F is cars, yes. Letter number three is letter F, cars. Number four, it's passengers, yes, passengers. Number five is railroad, yes, letter B, aquí es B. And number six is letter E. Yes, okay, let's continue. Okay, here we have a reading, yes, tenemos un reading, please read it, okay, léanlo atentamente. Do you know anything about the Orient Express or the Silk Road? Okay, try to understand the text, yes, try to understand, and then we are going to check the answers, okay. This on the move, this is the Orient Express was a passenger train route that went all around Europe. The original starting and ending points of the line were Paris and Istanbul, with many stops in between. The first train left from Paris on October 10th in 1992 around 6:30 in the evening and go to Vienna the next day at 11:20 at night. Cars in the train include luggage cars, sleepers cars, and dining cars. The Orient Express was a famous mode of transportation because it was convenient, but it was also very mysterious and intriguing. In fact, it was even the inspiration for many novels, movies, TV shows, and video games. One very famous novel is Agatha Christie's mystery, Murder on the Orient Express. The train system used to operate for over 100 years, but with the rise of cars and other high-speed railroads, the Orient Express became less popular. In December 2009, the Orient Express stopped running entirely. The Silk Road is the system of roads that connect Asia with the Mediterranean. People use this network to trade routes for importing and exporting goods from Asia to Africa and Europe and vice versa. The road gets its name from the popular silk from China. In fact, this is a common item for trading along the road. The Silk Road is about 3,000 years old, okay? 3,000 years old, and the roads are over 7,000 miles long, okay? It says, read and complete, merchants used to travel with many kinds of animals and trade their goods. Donkeys, horses, and even camels were popular choices for work animals. Because of this amazing work route, it was possible for people, ideas, and traditions to move from one part of the world to another. Read again the complete sentence, okay? You have to read again and try to complete the sentences that you have here. Yes? I'm going to tell you, but I'm going to read it, okay? For example, number 1, dice, the Orient Express started operating on, when? On October 10th, okay, in 1992. October 10th in 1992. Listen, okay, escucha, yo voy a dictarte, okay? You have to check your answers, okay? Number 2 dice, people liked traveling by the Orient Express because it was a convenient mode of transportation. Convenient. Now, number 3, wrote a mystery novel about the Orient Express. Who? Agatha Christie. Okay, Agatha Christie. Number 4, it says people used to Silk Road to import and export goods. Yes, from Asia to Africa and Europe and vice versa. Now, number 5, it said the Silk Road started operating about 3,000 years ago. Yes, 3,000, yes. Yeah, okay. Please complete it. Okay, listen and complete. Now, here we have our used to. Yes, we talk about affirmative, negative, and questions. Yes, I used to play, he used to play, she used to play, it used to play. Okay, this is affirmative. Negative, I didn't used to play. He didn't used to play. Okay. Now here, letter B, it says complete the dialogues with the correct form of used to and the verbs in phrases. So let's see. The first part is number 1. We have question. So in the question, we start with did. Yes. Did James's. Okay. Then we have used to. Yes. El used to. Use to live. Yes. Y ahí está el verbo. There is the verb. Used to live. Yes. Used to live in New York. Letter B says no, they, no, they, negative, didn't, okay, didn't, yes, didn't, 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 used to live, didn't used to live, used to live, y copiamos el verbo también, ok. Used to live in the state at all. They used to live in Europe. Use it with a D. Used to. Okay, used to. Please complete. Used to live. Completen la palabra live, okay? Number 2 dice, how is the question? Okay, yo voy a leerla y tú vas a corregirla, okay? The question is, did Jane, okay, did Jane used to help her husband at the store? Did Jane used to help her husband at the store? Okay, correct, please. Corrijan, chicos. Letter B. Well, she didn't used to work at her husband's store. Well, she didn't used to work. Okay, this is the correct part to complete it. Okay, let's read again. Number 1. Did Jamesons used to live in New York? No, they didn't used to live in the state at all. They used to live in Europe. Number 2. Did Jane used to have her husband at the store? Well, she didn't work at her husband at she didn't used to work. She didn't used to work at her husband's store, but now she does. Okay? That is a little practice about used to. We are going to the next class. We're going to continue talking about used to. And that's all for today. Y eso es todo por hoy. Tarea es enviarme la foto de lo que hemos avanzado hoy, de la foto de las copias de tu librito, ok, del librito o de las copias que se les envía para resolver, ok. And that's all for today. So see you, goodbye, then see you in the next class.